Wolf Nation, this is your captain speaking. Welcome to another episode of the Realmhattan Project, the official start to your weekend. My name is Captain Von Wolfenstein, and we got a full house tonight. All the pals are here. We survived our natural disasters. We're all feeling good, all looking good. Ricky Ticky Timbers with us tonight. We got Gort, we got E Prime, we got Derek.
What's up, everybody?
B. How's everyone doing?
Good.
I don't
Better now.
know. Yeah. So let's go around the yard, as they call it, and let's go say hi to everyone real quick. Ricky, I know the answer to this already, but how's your week been?
It was a rough one, man. I'm glad it's
Yeah.
over.
You don't need to get into it if you don't want to. All right. You're fine. You're fine. I understand. Gort, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I don't remember what I did this week. I played Rummikub really late last night, and I hate that game. And
What game?
Rummikub,
I don't know that one.
the little number tiles. It's
It's a northerner thing. Like it's actually a
a
northeastern
northerner thing. I don't know about that. I was playing with my grandparents. I go over there, or we try to like at least every 2 weeks, and we'll play that, and we do dinner and stuff. So like it's fun. I like going because of that, but I don't like that game. I'm just there to spend time with people I love.
Think rummy with dominoes.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible.
Domino's comes up also.
Mhm.
Audrey's the champ at that. And now here we are.
Here we are. E. Prime survived a natural disaster today. It looks like his bookshelf fell down behind him.
I think it's just shaking again.
It happened again? Oh, God.
Happening again.
Oh, God. Live on air.
Oh, God. So, tell us all
interesting
about that.
As most people know, there was an earthquake in New Jersey, and what they say, 4.8 on the scale.
Yeah.
Shook for about 30 seconds. It's not that big a deal. Maybe even a little less. It was funny. I'm on my couch. I'm working. My wife is in the room on her computer set up working, and she was on the phone. Like you hear her talking on the phone on a client, then all of a sudden she goes, "Oh my God, everything's shaking!" While she was on the phone with the client, and there you could hear them because she was on speakerphone. Like, "Oh, are you okay?" And so I came over and I'm just looking like, "You all right?" And she's like in the middle of having her little meltdown and freak out.
Mhm.
And everybody was slacking each other at work. Like, you felt that? You felt that? I said, yeah. No. There was one. Oh God. I would say 2011. I remember the last earthquake I felt in New York. Kind of reminded me of that. Not that big a deal. I haven't heard anything of any real damage or anything. So didn't even have the courtesy to knock out my internet for a while during my work day. So I was like, oh well, this was a waste. But besides that, yeah, another week.
Gord, did you feel any of that?
Yeah.
How bad was it for
Yeah.
you?
I happened. So Audrey came into the room, and I got woken up. She was just getting ready for work, and then it started rumbling, and I thought it was the washing machine at first because it'll shake like that sometimes. And then she's just looking at me. I'm like, oh, that's an earthquake. And she's from California, so she knows what it is right away. And here it is, piece of home coming right back for her.
Did she immediately run for like safety, like in between the doorways or anything like that?
No, she
No?
looked kind of just curious that it was happening. It's uncommon out here. That's the first time that I can remember it happening since she's been out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I was gonna say something I forgot. Oh well, never mind.
All right. Derek, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, I think I know what the source of the earthquake was.
Oh, do
So,
tell, do tell, do tell. do tell.
I think they found Diddy in his underground, panic room, deep in the bowels of the earth under New York City,
Is that in
and
Jersey?
they blew open the gold doors that was keeping everybody out from getting to him. So I think that's what really happened. We'll find out later on.
All right. But what is there any updates with that? Like, no, I know he took a plane somewhere.
I haven't seen anything.
Think
He was still
took a
here,
plane.
but his peoples went to the Bahamas or some shit like that, wasn't it?
So no one knows.
Mhm.
He might actually be in
Yeah.
New Jersey then. We don't. We
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
Bad
that's,
boy, baby. Take that.
I think
Take that.
that's what it is. They just
Oh,
not announcing.
I do remember what I was gonna say.
what are you gonna say?
Not a single Joe fell off the shelf or
Oh.
even fell over. Take that, Valverse.
Yeah, no, same thing. I came down.
Pew 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 pew. Shots fired.
I came down to the basement. Nothing fell over. I was looking at the shelves behind me. Not a single.
Not even a single figure fell.
No.
I guarantee you, if I still had my Black Series collection, they all would have toppled over.
That was the first
down
stuff I was
before the
looking at.
earthquake.
Those things would fall over when I'd walk by the shelves. So,
Yeah.
Thank God you got rid of all those.
oh yeah.
Maybe if I still had that Rebels Ahsoka, she would have fell over.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But man, it's been a great week. It's nothing, nothing earth shattering like earthquakes in Jersey and New York, but it was a pretty cool week. Just grateful to be here with my compadres and ready to kick this weekend off right.
Right. We're glad to have you.
Oh, and a lot of rain.
Oh yeah. Lot of rain.
Oh,
I mean, I didn't, and that's the thing I did miss out on the opportunity to do was put down my turf too, so to get ready for the warm seasons coming up. So, but just go out there and water the grass and do it manually, I guess. So, yeah.
the old-fashioned way.
For those of y'all that for those of us that own yards, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So, yeah, that actually cut grass and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's just leave it at that.
All right. We
Wolfie,
shall.
How was your week?
Well, you guys survived earthquakes. I survived torrential flooding. Pittsburgh's pretty much underwater right now. I don't know if you've seen any pictures. It's been raining nonstop.
No. Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be clean for the first time in years.
Yeah, all that soot. And, yeah, you're not wrong.
Steel City.
Steel City. But no, we're surviving. I'm away from all of that. Nothing's affecting me, so I'm still be able to get into work, go home. Today it rained, and then it snowed, and then the sunshine, then it snowed again, and then it rained, and it
Jesus.
can't make up its mind. But we're surviving like everyone else here. So it was an all right week.
Rusty said it snowed in Canada too.
It's always snowing in Canada.
What else
That
is
doesn't
new?
Fucking count. It's like saying I got swamp ass in Florida. Duh.
It's not June yet. Sun ain't shining there yet. All right. Well, I'm glad everyone had a decent week. I think we're going to get into our first little segment here. Gort has something he wants to share with us.
Oh, it's like we're quick to that.
I know.
Okay.
On the move.
All right, let me.
What do you got for us, Gort?
We got bigger here for a second. Well, I got a lot of stuff behind me, and I sell a lot of toys and collectibles and belongings when I go to NJCC or those kind of shows. And there's not a lot that I still own from when I'm a little kid, or things that I have had as long as I can remember. Stuff I might have had since I'm 1 or 2 years old, type of thing. I have some videotapes, some VHS tapes still. That would be like one of the primary things I can remember. That old. But all my action figures, a lot of my toys, all that stuff's gone. I picked up a lot of new things, but there is one thing, and it means a lot to me. I've kept this thing since forever. I've had it in a box in a closet for a long time, and it felt like it was the right time to bring this out and share it with everyone. It's a very special
right.
piece in my collection.
Yeah.
Oh.
Already laugh.
I got a question about that.
Logan has entered the chat.
Did you lend that to someone in Ohio last week?
No,
No, you didn't lend that?
no,
This is still pristine.
It's all right. There's no holes in it.
no. There's no holes in it.
Yet.
Yeah.
It's still intact.
Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you weren't in the hangout last weekend, please immediately watch that video, and all of this will make sense.
It'll be worth it. It's
And
worth it.
just for you, Logan.
Just take the
Right.
liberty
Is he even
and
here?
upload that video,
No, he's
upload
not
the
watching.
hangout. Fast forward.
Nope. Stop
14
telling.
minutes.
Look.
No,
Y'all
no,
stop telling them to skip to a certain part. Watch the whole fucking thing, then hit the like button when you're done.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Skip
Like-
14 minutes.
like, share, and
Y'all know
subscribe.
exactly what I'm talking about.
So
Shit, man,
so
we're trying to
Gort,
get viewer attention.
your name blocks poo, so you can't see it.
Oh, it's on the
Um,
other side.
Yeah, so you should put poo on the couch behind you.
That's what she said.
Okay, all right. Poo's going to take a walk to the couch.
She's gonna put poo on it. Logan's
You
members.
gotta move
in
it over
the
more. You
chat.
gotta move it over more to the other end. You block it.
Yeah.
You're
so
so
little,
little.
right.
You still like that? That's
You
fine.
see it?
There we go.
You know
No.
what you should have done is done that and not said a word and see if anybody noticed.
No.
Face down,
Yeah.
ass up. That's the way Logan likes it.
Beep.
You
Y'all are
should
terrible.
try to edit me after I said it.
Y'all are terrible.
Oh,
Now,
gosh, Gord, thanks for sharing that walk down memory lane. An important piece of your childhood, obviously.
Yeah.
I just got a message from Logan. He wants to know what your PayPal is, Gort.
Oh, was that wolfnation at AOL.com, right?
Oh, two dudes,
get a
one
whole-
poo.
Just get a whole string of Eeyores and line them up behind the couch.
Oh man, y'all
Oh,
are terrible.
bother.
Man, we are canceled for sure. Oh my goodness.
Logan, we apologize. I apologize.
No, we don't.
I don't know about the rest
No,
of
we
these
don't.
guys.
Ain't
I
no
apologize.
I'll speak for myself on that one.
You brought this on yourself. Like nobody told you not to check your room before coming on air.
All right. Well, we got a little bonus segment for you guys tonight. Oh, God, how are we gonna get past this one?
We can't.
I think it's time for a new episode of what we're liking to call shit posting. We don't have a bumper for this yet.
Oh wait, I would have made. Okay.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get
We
there.
don't even have a segment name yet, Derek.
Shit.
We
No, it's
keep
called shit
arguing
posting.
about the segment.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that one. So
Oh, you don't like that one?
nope.
No.
All right.
You want to let the chat squad vote on a?
No,
You know,
the dumbest
no.
thing.
Let's see if they,
Wanna do
wait,
a
no,
post
let's
that
see. Let's
says,
see if they come up with
Hey,
an
chat
idea.
squad.
Yeah.
What would you all like us to call this segment?
Hey, Chat Squad, you want to start your own show and name it whatever the fuck you want to? Because we're going to
Yeah,
call it something
exactly.
else.
Okay, all right.
what do we got?
Anyway,
All right.
go ahead. Let's get
Let's
going.
move along. First, we'll start with the Joe groups, the gift that keeps on giving. Here's a guy selling you classified snake eyes for $150. Dudes, he knows what he has, so don't even try to haggle him.
Yeah. It's from the Timber 2-pack, but you don't get the Timber. For
You don't even get the
$150.
dog.
You get for $40, you can still get the whole set on BBTS. Good for that guy.
Yeah.
Wonder if he sold that yet. That was a couple weeks ago.
I hope
There's
not.
no way.
I hope he had to do a price drop and dropped it to like 130.
Here's a guy. I have a question. Can I buy a full tier hiss from Hasbro, or do I need to look elsewhere and get molested in price from a fellow collector? And we had a response to this. Next one. Here we go. Our good friend, Mr. E.E. Prime. Just call him and ask. They might have a few left. E.E. Prime, always helpful to the collector community. God bless that guy.
Always helpful.
It's not like it was a Kickstarter setup or anything. Fucking great.
Yeah,
Right.
it's all you had 45 days to purchase this. What else we got? Oh, this guy. Sound the alarms, boys and girls. Hasbro is the only toy company, or more realistically, the only company losing shares and money. Sell your Joes now before it's too late. I hope you guys have your Joes on eBay before it gets flooded.
Now I know we blot these out.
$150
to
for
save-
snake eyes.
I know we blot things out to save people in anonymity, but I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all look behind the curtain. That's Bobby Vala's burner account. Don't listen to that
Oh, ah, nice try, Valaverse. What else we got?
shit. Oh my!
Oh, this one. There's a guy who likes to play with his toys. My eels aren't too enthusiastic about the new training pool. You got the audio only. He has an eel in a toilet.
I want to see this guy post them mint still in box like a week later. That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome.
But fear not, everyone, because he did wash them.
Yeah, and
What's-
pay
what is
close
it?
attention to what he washed them in.
What is the picture? What is that?
It's a spit tray.
Spit tray.
Or
Yeah,
the
because that
pea
really
platoon-
helped.
platoon thing, yeah. Good for him.
Fucking joke collectors, man. Oh, then this guy doesn't understand cartoons. It's a Transformer cartoon. It's the one where Power Glide has a girlfriend and they're holding hands. And this guy doesn't understand that it's a cartoon. And no, he won't pull her arm off. Use your imagination, buddy. Relax.
Well, he's a Yankee fan. What do you expect?
Oh,
Whoa.
shots.
See the cup on the bottom himself.
Dude, you're on fire. There's this guy. This guy bought 2 of everything and he's mad about it.
Yeah.
Bought
He
the
was
last
mad
wave
by
of
how
Joe's
much
that
it
came out.
cost. He was so dumb.
$500 down the drain.
Why buy 2 of everything?
Why'd you buy 2 of everything? He said, because I want one in box. One
He
open.
had to post it to the group, you know.
He had to let everyone know.
Gotta
'cause he-
flex. Gotta flex.
Yeah.
Fucking dummy.
And I felt so bad for things that he didn't have to
Can't wait
purchase.
for his dirty mattress fire sale in a couple weeks.
Those are some responses. $50 is all this gets for me. Yeah. He's not alone. He's not alone. To say that the launcher is worth $50 is definitely ridiculous. Maybe $25. McFarlane has shown that plastic prices aren't what Hasbro tries to make them out to be.
Oh my fucking god!
I knew that would set you off.
Of course.
I'm not even in the mood for this fucking week.
Yes,
Guy.
yes, he made a very large Batmobile.
A very
But
hollow chocolate.
Exactly. If you actually touched it and messed with it,
I have it right there.
It's not much.
Fucking dumbasses.
Here's this guy. Remember the Naugahyde figure that was announced a while ago? That monkey? $20.
Look. Okay.
Fuck the pig.
Screw that post altogether. What's up with Daisy up top? That's what I want to talk about. So,
Anyway,
I don't care about.
I ain't gonna lie. The first time
Blah
I saw
blah
this
blah.
picture,
Naga high. What's
she
up,
hit my
Daisy?
Google search. Real quick. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
thank you, Brink.
Mm-hmm.
Very much thank you, Brink.
Brink, we got no time for your logic.
Yeah, we're coming down here with your intelligence and logic.
So yeah, that
Joe
2
group.
points of articulation monkey, $20. I hope you all enjoyed that.
Well, there's
Yeah,
also a
and
pig.
the pig. And all
you know,
the other
the big
And let's not
articulated
forget
pig and all the
the-
accessories.
The monkey does have an eye
Dummies.
patch.
That is
They
true.
Put a lot of work into that.
Speaking of
Logan.
Dude,
You're
Logan,
late,
rewind
bud.
back to the beginning, bud. Rewind back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Here's a guy who's never
Oh,
seen an
he-
actual football jersey before, complaining about Bazooka's paint apps.
No, but if you pay close attention, like you can't see me, but if he just rotates it a little, it fits perfectly. He
Well-
hasn't used the ab crunch.
No,
to
he's
rotate
talking
it.
about like all the little like
the speckles,
blemishes
like it's a
that's
faded
probably
shirt.
done
I
on
got you.
purpose.
Yeah,
Look at the pecs on this
the
guy.
faded
Yeah.
jersey. That dude needs to relax.
Yeah,
I thought he was just talking about how it was misaligned.
doesn't look authentic at all.
His pecs are more defined than Daisy's. Look at this. Gorgeous.
Whammy.
Ah.
What does this one say? This is a big one.
That's what she
Oh,
said.
here's a guy who
Ray's
doesn't want.
back.
Here's a guy who doesn't want to hear your shit. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and it usually stinks. People come and try to share thoughts, ideas, even concerns. Then the sit-down comedians kick in. Now at times it's funny to bring it upon themselves by constantly posting nonsense. The problem, when someone does raise a concern, price, quality, or whatever in a constructive way, the keyboard warriors come out. It's a toy. Sorry, cheapskate, blah, blah. This is a very specific community. If you can't try to start conversation here about the item in this group that was made, where do you go? A lot of y'all need to learn some damn self-control, tact. We are all on the same team here.
I want it like
That
even
dude's
while
a
you
poor.
show- Even while you show,
That dude's a poor.
even while you
Stop,
show it, I
stop.
want to send him the gif of was it Franco on the gallows with "Are you first time?" Like I want to send that to this guy. Like he's never been in a toy collecting group before. Fucking idiot. There we
Oh,
go.
here's this guy.
Another
good
top
friend.
contributor.
E, you want to read your words?
No.
I'll do it. I'll do
All
it.
right, all right. Do it in
Do
his
it.
voice.
You
Do it in his voice.
got to
I
do
got
it
it.
like
All right,
EE.
hold up.
Yeah, do it in his
Yep.
voice.
This is gonna be the most racist shit ever.
I just got my vamp in.
What the fuck was that, dude?
I just got my vamp in.
What the?
After
He
putting
sounds
it
like
together,
Come on.
I have to say, what the fuck, has, bro? What the fuck? No lights, no steering column, springs for suspension. The winch is not motorized. Has a plastic hook. Gas cans are empty. At least fill them up. No sharp edges. No sharp edges to the axe. How the fuck are they supposed to chop through something with dual edge? With a dull edge. Yeah, I read that all wrong. I'm sorry. This thing
But you
cost.
sound just like him
This
while you
thing
read it
was.
wrong.
Thank you for
This thing-
botching the whole thing,
This
Derek.
thing was about $4.38 overpriced. Shaking my head.
Hee
Now-
hee.
I was gonna say, did that not sound like Michael Jackson to all of y'all the
It
whole
sound
entire time?
nothing
Sound
like
like-
it.
No, it definitely sounded like Michael Jackson.
Like, there wasn't a drop of bass in your voice at all while you did that.
Oh boy.
Oh, blanket! You should have threw that on the end.
I think
Ryan
your
T.
pictures are out of order.
A little
Uh-oh.
bit.
This
That's
is
all
in
right. Don't worry
response
about-
to the
don't worry
guy
about-
who was saying we are all on the same team here.
You see Joe, easy there, Michael Jackson Espada. What the?
Here's the guy who thinks the vamp had QC issues. Is it me or the vamp tires wobbly when they put on? Yeah, mines are wobbly, secure but not wobbly. Yep, loving how they're throwing true QC at the window still because these people have never driven a Jeep in their lives. Yeah, that's
When you're doing a
QC.
vehicle. Every car in the world has play on their tires. Fucking idiots.
Oh, I love this one. Anyone else notice the size difference in the 60th anniversary figures and the other classified figures? This guy put out of box figures on top of in-box figures and thought they were bigger than the
This
in-box
one took
figures.
me a while to catch on to what he was bitching
This
about.
one.
Like,
Oh yeah, I missed this one.
it took me a while. He's bitching about them to the picture on the box.
They want to take them out the package and do a proper side by side. Okay, yeah,
That's fucking dumb.
yeah, genius.
Oh, you G.I.
Perverted.
Joe, the more you guys know.
Man, Jesus.
Let me see that last picture again. Oh no, yeah, no Daisy
Yeah.
in that one. Never
They
mind.
want to do a package.
All right.
All right. If anyone in the chat squad, if you're in a toy group and you see something really stupid, please send it to me. Tribute to the
That's it.
show.
Just him.
Just me.
None of us.
Anyone
none of us
else?
will look at him.
All right. So we're just gonna move on to our first topic tonight. What are we talking about, guys? What are we talking about? You know?
I'm willing to
Tonight?
talk about whatever y'all
Are
want
we
to talk
talking
about.
about the McFarlane Batmobile tonight? I'm confused.
No.
I don't pay attention.
So, if you hadn't heard, we saw some pictures of the combined mode of the Takara Masterpiece train bot.
I hate even hearing that masterpiece train bot.
It turned out about as well as you expected, so that got me thinking. Takara MP used to be joy. We all used to look forward to it every time there was a shadow reveal. We all got excited back in the day, and over time, that magic has disappeared. So we're gonna take a walk down memory lane and look at all the MPs and see where exactly they started going wrong.
I like that one.
Segment
Nope.
stupid is as stupid does.
Yeah.
I don't.
Scott, I'll
No,
consider that.
I like that.
Nope.
Oh my god. You don't like a box of chocolates either, I bet. Jesus.
No, I'm not a big chocolate fan.
Of course.
More importantly, he hates Forrest Gump.
No, I don't.
All right. So we know that there were 9 masterpieces before this. There was, the first Prime and that ugly Megatron, but we're going to not acknowledge those because they were all over the place in scale and quality. We're also not going to be talking about any G2 figures, any die clones. We're just going to start straight with the gateway drug for me, MP10.
Mm-hmm.
One that I think still holds up pretty well. This was, like I said, the figure I fell in love with, the figure that got me into this game, the reason why I'm on this show, probably.
Thanks a lot, MP10.
Yeah, thanks. So, was this anyone else's first MP?
Not my first. It was
It was
one of
my
my
third.
first.
Man, it was my third.
Well, I had the MPO1 first,
Mine
Okay.
Soundwave
I think
Megatron
one
than this
first.
one.
and I think that Soundwave was the first one I picked up when it moved into this new scale.
So yeah, again, this was I consider this the golden times, if you want to call it something else. But this again,
The
like
golden
I said,
age?
the golden age. This is when everyone was excited about stuff like this, man. I just
Yeah.
remember the excitement. And let's move on to the next one. What else came out?
Before you go past, I still think this one holds up. Like I have the MP10 there, the MP10 Black there, the MP10 Shattered Glass right there. This is a great mold, even all these years later.
I sold my original and I bought EEs. That's how much I regretted selling that one. I still love it. Still love looking at it. Still,
I love the trailer mode. I always
yeah.
love the trailer mode on this for some reason.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. It was really well detailed. They put details in there that you didn't have to be. This was back when there
They
was,
gave it
again, there was lines. There wasn't just blank spaces. They had line detail. They had molding. They had just personality, in my opinion.
And almost more important than that, though, it's a solid actual piece. It's not
Yeah.
panels and folded up on panels, and it
was
looked
easy to
better for it.
transform.
Like the aesthetic is not the same as the cartoon, and I do get that, but I think that it has a nice aesthetic all to itself. Like it has a heightened realism that the cartoon ones just can't pretend to have.
Yeah, like Wes said, I got the upgrades too. Like my eyes light up and my matrix in the chest lights up too. I bought the upgrade kits for mine too, and his rifle has a laser shot in it. But it's still just the mold itself is a great one.
Yeah.
Agreed. Well, I still love it. So, and then, of course, we got other ones like Starscream, which it was okay for its time. It's definitely dated.
Oh yeah.
Never had it. I had to make toys once when they came out. Is what I used for my secret.
Those
Yeah.
Seekers were,
Yeah.
like I said, those Seekers were okay. By today's standards, it doesn't hold up, in my opinion, but it was still decent for its time. Like I said, you got the details.
Yeah, I had
that chest piece. I have all three of the Seekers and all three of the Coneheads made out of this mold, and every time you try to pick him up by anything above his waist, his whole body just
Slides right out.
Man.
Yep.
That wasn't the most strongest locking mechanism.
Yeah.
I think the jet mode looks great. Robot mode
yeah.
was.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It fit in at the time.
See, it's the same thing. I think aesthetically, like I get what they're going for. It's supposed to be like a more realistic approach, as if everything has a place to go. It just doesn't function as a toy. I think it looks fine. It doesn't. It sucks to pick up and touch.
Yeah, it sucks to
move around.
pose, and there was no angle tilt on those things. You couldn't pose it too well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was.
Yeah, he had
like I
he
said,
had
I think it
toe
was okay.
swivel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
toes.
I think Scott's talking about the MPO6, the one that was like that bluish gray color version of this.
Oh yeah, that one with the big weird side pockets or whatever.
Yeah.
That was a weird one. What else? What's next? What else came out? MP Sideswipe. Oh, you don't like this one?
I mean,
I have every
no,
version.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I mean, it's what we have, and I mean, we
Those-
also had the bag cube one, but
Those damn legs.
yeah.
Mine is just the wide
It's a-
hood. I wish
it's a
the
fat
hood
boy.
collapsed. Man, I wish the hood had kind of collapsed like how the other one did. Like they slid in a little or something, so it wasn't
Yeah.
just a big square brick on his chest. But I had literally every version of this this car I have. Like
Yeah, the
everyone
Red
they ever
Alert?
made. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the Red Alert. I have the what's the yellow one? Tiger Tracks. I have the breakdown version of them. I have the Japanese
Down.
Karg version of them. I have all the Lambos. This is when I first got into MPs, and I bought everything.
Yeah.
That's how I started. Yeah, no matter what it was, just I bought it, loved it. But I mean, I don't know. I still like this figure a little bit. It's definitely a little dated. The ankle tilt was not great on this one. Wide chest never really bothered me. Still single joints, but I still think it holds up well enough for me. I know DX9's putting one out.
Yeah, the
We'll
DX9.
see, I didn't like the bad cube at all.
I had this, and then I eventually had the bag cube also.
I thought
I
that one
thought
was
the bag
dumpy.
cube looked better.
Yeah.
Didn't feel better, but I think it looked better.
If I'd known about
Yeah.
3P when I was collecting these, I would have had like this in this version, and then had like Red Alert in the Bad Cube version or something like
Bag
that.
cube came out years later.
Yeah.
This was early.
Yeah.
Bag cube came out.
I didn't buy these
later.
when these first came out. I remember I just started collecting MP in 2019.
Yeah.
I also like that these cars, the early car bots had the car logos on their chest. You
Yeah.
see that right there? Back when they still did stuff like that, I always thought that was a nice touch, and I'm really sad they moved away from that.
Yeah.
Well, they stopped paying for the license. Probably is what it is.
Oh yeah.
You got to pay. You got to pay Ferrari for that symbol. If you're
Or Lamborghini.
Lambo,
Lamborghini.
whatever. Yeah, sorry.
But
Big fan.
let's move on to the next one. And here, of course, I think is probably, arguably, the best
The best.
one
Yeah.
out of everything. MP Soundwave, of course. Transformed into a box. I mean, it just. I know it's simple, but look at that figure. Look at it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
got so much detail, so much articulation. Had the best gimmick. You could fit 3 tapes inside of there. The tapes, I think,
Arguably the best ones.
Yeah.
Laserbeak. I think the birds. I think were the best. I think the
Yeah.
Rumble and Frenzy were okay.
They're not bad.
They're not
But
bad.
I'm
They were-
saying outside of like the MMC upgraded ones, like just these micro cassette tape versions, these are still the better ones. The ones for fans toys were fucking trash.
No,
Mhm.
I don't agree to that.
But no, again, the paint apps on this, the writing on the buttons, just the actual working buttons. This, again, like I said, I think this is the best, arguably. I think you
Well,
can make a case for
It's
this being the
close,
best
but
MP.
I have a
We all-
different opinion. And when
We all
get
know how
to
I
it-
feel about Soundwave. So this was my first MP that I
Yeah.
ever bought. Was this
When we
one.
get to it, I'll tell you which one was my favorite MP.
And
Okay.
I got
This is
I
number
got
3 for me.
Number 3
and I
for
got-
you.
all the variants. I got the Sound Blaster version and the clear
MP10
gold
is
version.
number 2.
Okay.
It's got to be
And this is
Megs.
number 3. Nope, not Megs. Nope.
I will
Really?
say, I will say the Ratbat cassette was pretty good too. Speaking of
Yeah.
Sound Blaster, but
Oh,
yeah,
shout out to knockoffs.
that's right. No, 'cause
Yep.
no one wanted that Sound Blaster.
I did. I bought the actual Sound Blaster.
What are y'all
So did I.
opinions on
So did
the on the thighs? 'Cause I know there was a big talk about how the thighs were transformed. It need to be turned versus looking like they look right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know?
Yeah, that
It
was
was-
a little weird.
They did it to maintain the diaper without having to do a panel, really. But the construction of that joint, because there's a ball, like kind of ball disc above it, it's not the sturdiest joint. Like sometimes it would feel like you're gonna break the leg just moving it. It was tight.
Mhm. I actually turned them. It actually looked better than what that looks like. I wish I had a picture.
And of course, came with a Megatron gun, like most. I think there's most the
all the
Decepticons came
Seekers
with.
did.
Yeah.
This one did. Yeah.
You lost
think-
that gun, never fear.
And I got
Yeah.
50 other ones.
All right, what else?
Yeah.
Got the Datsuns up next. Prowl, Smokescreen,
Silver Streak, Blue Streak, Silver Streak, Blue Streak. Like they had them all, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like these ones
Smokescreen.
because they altered the bot or card mode for each one. Like that one looked like a
Yeah.
police car. They altered it for Smokescreen. They made that one look like an actual race car, and they did it again
Yeah.
for Silver Streak. That Streak, Blue Streak, asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, but again, I still love this one. I think it holds up okay. What do you guys think?
Yeah. So the one piece to these masterpiece figures that I think we overlooked, the coins. So when you got the masterpiece figures back then, when you first got them, you can get the coin that came with them. It was I think it was a BBTS exclusive thing.
I still got a few of them.
Yeah, I actually still have all my coins to all my MP figures. So yeah, that's a really nice piece to complement any one that like if you're selling them with that coin, it actually adds value, a little bit of more value to the actual set. So
I don't understand why anybody would pay extra for those. You can buy these coins on BBTS for like
For like $10.
$1.50.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're like
So-
ridiculous.
if you I mean, not all of them are available though. So
Yeah.
if you for whatever BBTS
Agreed.
does not have and you have them, then yeah, it'll definitely add the value to it.
I sold when I was selling the MPs. I sold everything without the coins, and I had the coins separately at NJCC for 2 or 3 consecutive shows, and somebody bought them all. And I think maybe like they skipped 1 or 2, and those went wherever. I don't have them now. I don't know where they are.
Would I know it's early. We haven't seen any colorized pictures of the DX9 yet. But if you were still collecting MP, for the guys who aren't, would you trade this one?
I would
No.
definitely be
Trade it?
trading up.
No.
They need
I
to
don't
work
know.
on it a little bit more.
I would
Um,
definitely be getting rid of these. I was never a fan of these
Oh,
molds.
I like this
Really?
one.
What didn't you like about him?
um,
Maybe like I said, when I got in when Omega came out for Fansoys. I felt comparing these to Fansoys at the time, they just felt dated to me. So like it was just, like I don't know.
I agree with Brian Brink. The face sculpts on these were
Yeah.
money, absolutely perfect. I still like them. I definitely plan on keeping mine.
I might grab the prowl and like if we were talking about if I was still collecting MP, I might grab that DX9 prowl, see how I felt with it in hand, and then I could trade this one away because I literally again had all the other Datsuns as well, so I would still be able to keep this mold.
Yeah.
So I'd probably do that.
All right, what's
I think between the two
still a good looking
DX9
robot for
ones.
its time.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brink.
Oh, I was gonna say between the two DX9 ones, I think the sideswipe looks better than the Prowl just in the starting images there.
All right. And we've got Wheeljack. I think that was another good one.
Oh yeah.
Great paint scheme. Just looked perfect in my opinion. Had
I
the
pretty much toy hacked all of these that you're showing right now.
Yeah.
Like, I did all of them with the. Toy
I definitely
hack
bought
logos.
all the toy hack stickers for these, but another great
I
mold.
wish I had done that.
Face sculpt looks amazing. I think that one had a bonus feature. If you took his mask off, it had like base underneath or something.
No, that was Megatron.
I remember doing something with him. His face came off. And you
I
could,
never had a faceplate.
so you
In
remember
Megatron,
breaking-
if you take his face off, it shows that underneath face that they show in the movie.
Megatron?
oh, that I knew that one, but this one had
Yes.
something else too. I'll have to look it up later. But again, great car mode. I mean, look at it. It looks exactly like you want it to be. And then I think the robot mode, aside from that little thing in the chest, that screw hole in the chest that they pulled a cover up for,
That's
I
what you
like
get
this
the
one
Toy
a
Hacks.
lot. What does everyone else think?
Shaded. Yeah, I like the I did like the Toy Hacks cell shaded stickers that they offer for this one.
Brian Brink asks a good question. And by the way, Masterpiece Sideswipe was the first Masterpiece with plastic tires. How do y'all feel about that?
I mean, I love rubber tires. You know,
Same.
I figure it has to have the rubber tire. I like it with the rubber tires.
I like rubber tires, but they don't always hold up over time.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
like, unfortunately, the plastic is welcome.
Yeah, I mean, rubber tires to me definitely have that premium type feel, but I
Yeah.
can understand that you wouldn't want to put Vaseline on your tires every few months or so. That could be a chore. But again, another good figure in my opinion.
Yeah,
They're definitely killing it.
WD-40 actually, works out too. Dabbing it
Yeah,
with
but
it.
I mean, WD-40 eventually, it's a corrosive. It eventually eat it away.
And
Don't
mine,
don't use that.
that's when you use too much.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I say you dab it. You don't directly spray them on there. You get like a
Gotcha.
Q-tip, spray it on a Q-tip, and then just gently, go over it.
Why is Lou telling us to check the chat?
Hang on a minute. I'll look. Talk amongst yourselves for a second.
I'll bring up
Change the
next
picture.
one.
Let's talk about the next one.
Talk about the next one.
Ugh, this bumblebee.
All right, so this Bumblebee.
Hey, better than Pizza Feet.
The only thing that really, again, great car mode. The only thing that really bugged me about this one was the forearms that were hollow or waffles,
Yeah.
whatever we're calling about that.
Yeah.
That is not Masterpiece to me. That was poor
I
choice.
really like the color of this one.
Yes. And the forearm thing, there was a guy on TFW in the forums, and that was the first time I bought 3D printed stuff to fix a toy.
I had those.
He had painted them too, so they were color matched, and you just slap them right in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I would say maybe around this time is when maybe things started to go a little downhill. Would you guys agree with me at this point? I think it was a good looking figure, but
Well, let's just see what else came out.
okay.
I love the alt mode on this one. Was perfect.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then the Toy Hacks stickers were great for this too. Like you could put all the different license plates, like I Love New York and all that shit on them.
I feel like Bumblebee was the first one I remember people having issues with the paint chipping.
I don't recall having paint chipping with mine.
Now, it didn't happen to mine. I just remember seeing a lot of comments for that.
And this
Not
also
wrong.
came with Cybertronian Spike.
Oh,
Yep.
that's right. What did everyone think of that?
Well,
Spike or the kid. Whatever
Pretty
his name
Yeah.
was.
useless. Like
Thing is
it looks good
trash.
standing there. It just doesn't.
yeah.
Like it
You
sucks.
Too
transform it, it pops apart at the shoulder joints and stuff.
No face.
Mhm.
No face.
face.
Blank
Yeah.
face. I remember the toy hacks had these like
The
goofy
fake
ass eyeballs.
Yep,
They look. I
yep.
couldn't
Yeah.
put them on. They looked stupid.
Mhm.
Yeah, eyeballs
Again-
are like, oh.
Mm.
Nice, beautiful car mode though. I prefer this over what we'll see a little later on.
Hmm.
What we got next?
Only thing that's better on this one was the feet. Otherwise, he's a fat boy.
Excuse the fuck out of me. What's wrong with that?
Why are you body shaming?
I'm
Yep.
bot shaming.
Oh, this fucking.
Here we go.
Next up was
It's
Ultra
brick.
Magnus.
With that butt flap.
So this one was what? Yeah, I think this is when they really started to kind of run into some problems. I will give them credit. They did an all-in-one transformation. I didn't think they could do it. I did think that was intuitive, but the articulation was limited. You brought up the butt flap.
Yeah.
I love the Matrix holding hands that they gave you, though. I thought
That was a
pretty
nice
smart.
feature.
Yeah.
Came with 2 humans. You could fit a lot of cars in his alt mode, but robot
Again,
mode
I
was a
think
little
another
lacking.
another good alt mode though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree that the first, again, in this age, they nailed the alt modes for sure.
And I thought this was pretty cool that technically that's just an Optimus Prime cab, but it has a completely different transformation, like from the MP10. Like I
and it
thought
also
that was really
disconnected.
Cool. Yeah. Like I thought when I got this, it was going to be the same exact transformation MP10, and it really
Yeah.
blew my mind that it wasn't.
Definitely some masterpiece moments, as they used to say, but
Mm-hmm.
it does suffer from lack of articulation. I know that waist didn't move.
At all.
Shoulder movement didn't move very outwards. The ankle tilt was not
What's it,
great.
To X2 made the upgrade kit for shoulders,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I
because you had to
think
like,
they did. Is that the one that had the gun too? The
yeah,
gun
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
because you had to like pop that flap that his shoulders are attached to off to get him to reach cross body and all that.
Yeah.
Like you had to fake it for pictures and stuff. Yeah.
And I did think the Matrix holding feature was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that was smart just to have the hands made specifically for that.
Yeah, otherwise, how are you going to hold it, right? Got to recreate that scene where he just blown apart.
Yeah. The one time he was cool.
So, what does everyone think of this one?
Yeah, it had some. It was okay.
It was good for its day.
I don't even know if it was
I
good
mean,
for
it,
his day.
it
I'll be
worked
honest
well
with
as
you.
the vehicle, but I never liked having the robot on the shelf.
I'll be honest with you. I was one of those. I bought the Toy House Factory knockoff because I couldn't justify spending the full price for what you got.
I remember
For
a lot
something
of
like
people,
this, it wasn't that good. And the Toy House Factory one actually had the upgrade kit built into it, so I didn't have to purchase that separately.
I remember people skipping this entirely because they had the KFC one.
I never had
Commander
what was that?
Stack.
Citizen
Stack wasn't even
whatever
that
it was.
great either.
Yeah,
No.
no. Citizen Stack, whatever it was. That's why I went with
Yeah.
the KO, unfortunately, because I just was like, this is too much money for something that's not that good.
I would agree with that now, especially years later. Definitely doesn't hold up. Especially
By
when
the
it's
way,
coming.
if anyone wants that Citizen Stack, $40. Hit me up. Yeah, got it in the box. Cleaned it up. for
$40,
you and
you're
everything.
you're overcharging, buddy.
Is
Okay,
it- do you send a
35?
$30 coupon with it?
35.
$30 coupon to Sizzler included?
Hit up Derek for Citizen Stack. Use the promo code Winnie the Pooh.
He'll
for
pay you to
an
take it off his
10%
hands.
discount.
That code only applies if Logan contacts me.
Yeah. He'll send you the Citizen Stack with a $20 bill in its cab.
All right, let's move along to the next one.
Never
So
had it.
Star Saber, this one
Star Saber.
I
passed
had
on this one.
I had no idea who this was because I didn't know at the time that G1 existed outside of the US. I didn't know about the Headmasters cartoon. I didn't know about Master Force, and I didn't know about this one. I did buy this. It had some cool features. Again, I like the little Brain Master. When you close the door, his head pops up in the combined mode. Again, the middle robot had the hollow arms. I didn't care for that. And this is kind of where they really started going blocky with just like no line work. Barely any paint on this thing. A lot of just unpainted plastic. Articulation was weak. I know KFC sold like a upgrade kit to this, if you remember.
Yeah.
There was a longer sword and the stiffen up the joints. I bought that, but I know a lot of people in here probably didn't buy this one. Am I correct?
I did not.
No, I did
Nah,
not.
I didn't.
Yeah.
But when this
I-
piece actually released, this got everybody started watching the Japanese series again. They were, trying to get familiar with it.
Did anyone know who this was when it came out, or did you have to look it up?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I knew
knew
who he
who it was.
but
Yeah.
I was never a fan of this of the Japanese stuff after G1. So
Yeah.
I thought it looked cool. Definitely got a Gundam feel kind of going on. Like I felt like it was a little bit more Gundam than Autobot, but
This
It was
is
okay.
well out of my purview. I to this day I still never watched any of the Japanese stuff, so I had no connection to this.
you got to find the Master Force.
Everybody keeps saying
English dubbed.
yeah.
It's
it's
hilarious.
one sub versus one dub, and one's supposed to be better than the other, and
It's wild. But again, this is the point. Again, we're starting to get a little less detail. Just white blocks and
a little more tune
a
accuracy.
little bit more
there.
tune accuracy.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the next one.
Oh God!
Tracks.
man.
This
best
my
MP ever.
Oh,
this is where I think Takara started to lose the plot a little bit. This
What?
one.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Continue.
No, I was
please.
gonna say, but
that's
this
my
one
line, by the
wasn't,
way.
This one wasn't really tune accurate though. It has panel lines and had more detail than what we just saw like with Star Saver.
This is
Yeah.
where I would consider where
But
the
this was
design
just a
started
trash
going.
bot.
Yeah, the design started going off a little bit. Didn't kind of. I mean, again, you had the hollow back. The
I thought how the hands folded out were pretty cool. Like I thought that was a cool concept. how
like
you
the flying
rotated
car
that.
mode.
No, the hands, like literally how you fold them out of the arm by folding that fender in. You had to turn it a certain way to
Oh.
get it to slide in that
Yeah.
little cavity
Oh
and
God, it's
stuff.
been so long. I
Yeah.
can't remember how you even
Like
transformed that.
I'll tell you, like
Yeah.
I told you guys that at the beginning, I'm a sucker and I buy all of them. I've literally had all three of these. I had the loud pedal and the other one. Like I have all three of them, and it's just for the
Road Rage.
yeah, road rage. Like I couldn't
Yeah.
give shit less about the robot mode, but I loved the Corvette.
The
So I thought
car,
it looked
yeah.
gorgeous. Yeah.
Definitely good car mode, but that robot
They've
mode
always,
that
well, at this
suffers.
point, they've still knocked out the car modes on just about every single one, or
Mhm.
alt modes for
Yeah.
so far.
Still had the Corvette symbol on there.
Just
That
like
looked great.
the regular G1 toys, crap bots, but they look good as cars.
Yeah.
Road Rage wasn't any better. I remember that.
Well, we got the replacement coming out for this one soon, so thank goodness though, because this one needed to go. This one needs to go.
I would agree with that one.
But you
What's the
still
next
got
one?
that awesome little statuette with them.
And the blaster was cool.
Ironhide.
Ironhide
Yeah.
again, another bot
Ooh.
where again they nailed the car mode, but
Yep.
those hip
hip
skirts,
skirts,
those
yeah.
people would go off on those forever. They're
But
still
this
going
was
off on
I
that.
think that
Still-
whole robot sucks.
And there was an upgrade kit
I
that they came out with.
disagree.
This.
Hip skirts were bad. I did buy the upgrade kit for the hip skirts, but besides that, I liked this mold.
Yeah.
I liked him and Ratchet.
Mhm.
Like the proportions are all off. It's like weird,
Yeah.
skinny,
But it's
long.
fun to mess with, though. It was fun to mess
Like
with.
his legs are too close together. and the
MP10's
hips, they look
proportions were
stupid.
off a bit. He had those really long arms that just kind of felt off.
Yeah.
This mold, even the Ratchet mold, this is the one that had issues with the chrome, if you remember. All the chrome on the weapons and on his bumper would flake off very easy. That was a big QC issue.
Thank God I didn't have that issue. I never
Yeah.
heard of
And if you look at the
I
legs
still ain't
again,
got that issue.
less line work, just starting to get into that blocky, just red, boring block.
it. They're heading towards tune.
Still, alt mode's still there. I do wish that sled came with some kind of tracks. That would have been a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think that would have added a lot rather than just sit there. I thought the belly looked better with the upgrade kit. Not much, but it helped a little bit. I don't know who else bought that in here.
I
I
don't even
bought,
remember
for the
that
hip
being
skirts,
upgraded.
Yeah.
I bought that. I had the upgrade kit where you would
Yeah.
could flip around and the hip skirts tapped into the back.
But I think what he's talking about is the chest, how it's just the whole front of the van just
Yeah,
sitting
so
there.
that upgrade kit, you put those two pieces on the chest.
Oh,
And fill that out
yeah.
a little bit. I think it helped.
hmm
Oh, okay. I didn't know that had.
Yeah, I forgot
extra
about that.
in there.
But that between that and the chip and chrome, this one kind of turned me off a little bit. I didn't love this one, which was pretty much the sign of the times.
Scott needs to relax. Can we stay
Scott
on this
said
Ironhide
next.
for a little bit longer? Let's talk about this.
Nah,
Let's
let's
go
go to the next.
picture
Let's
by
go to the
picture.
next one, and then here's
Worst Transformer ever, Scott. Fucking
Brian-
trash.
Brian
Next.
Brink's favorite character.
Next.
Again, I like this one.
I like this mold.
Yeah, I like
I'm a
it
Hot
too.
Rod fan. I hate Rodimus, but I am a Hot Rod fan, and I thought they did a good job.
I got this one over here too.
Yeah.
This is pretty fun.
The chest bugged me. It just felt so wide, and I didn't think they needed to do the Matrix gimmick for this one.
It kind of felt.
They shouldn't have did the Matrix gimmick for this one.
But you know what
kind
the
of-
thing is about this and like the sideswipe and a lot of these, like they're using the actual part of the car, for the
yeah.
chest. When you, there's not always going to be a good way to collapse that stuff, right? And you're either having a fake piece or you're having a lot of panels. That's when you get that over-engineered bullshit. And I know we're going to be getting to that sooner than later, but man, that to me, that's the worst of the worst. And this is still when things were like decent.
True. This
Like,
one also
like I
had
know
some.
what you mean by it, like getting smoothed up and going downhill and all that, but I didn't feel like I had like a genuine turd in my hand.
I think this one also had chrome issues. Not as many. I think mine was okay. There's still some
I
chrome
don't
issues.
remember having a chrome issue.
I
I
think
know
it's
there
where,
was-
where the pipes on his arms plugged into the pipes, like when you transformed it. I think it was scratching right there.
I don't think it was quite as widespread as the Van Brothers, though. Maybe that was it. There was also ground clearance issues with the car mode. That he had that little flap that kind of almost stuck to the. And I remember Toy Hacks actually had a fix for that. They had like a textured tire that you could wrap around the tire sticker that wrapped around the tire. It kind of lifted it up a little bit. I don't think it worked great, but it was there. But again,
this is-
like I said, okay, but still not as great as they used to be.
Yeah, this was my hot rod until Hoodlum came out, Fans Toys one, and I was like, oh, time for this one to go.
And that one was also not one of their better ones. Just
No.
What
And when-
Hoodlum?
Scrape,
And when
scrape
things
paint
did
on that
Hoodlum,
chest. Yeah.
It improved. Like for anything that it improved, it also had negatives. Where this one did things better.
Yeah.
Like they
Such as
dude, I can't even remember.
Stand
Like the
up
shoulders
correctly.
would be a good example.
Yeah.
But
well,
really, the other one was just taller.
well, Hoodlum was actually heavier than this one because it had more
Does-
die cast.
It doesn't
built
make
to
it better.
Heavy doesn't make things good.
No, I'm not saying it made it better.
I would disagree.
But
sir.
it made it more sturdy. It made it more posable to me because it had that heft to it, and you can actually put it in poses where it would actually balance out. This
But it
hot
had
rod was like, it was just too hollow. It was too hollow. It was too light.
But it
don't
had
have the knockoff?
that whole chipping paint like right on his chest on the hoodlum where you'd like try to lock it into place.
I don't have any.
Scrapes right there.
Well,
When you
I mean, it
turned,
depends
when
on
you-
who's
when you
handling it
spun-
too.
When he spun the thing on his chest,
Mm-hmm.
when everybody first got hoodlum, the people who were first got it were fucking up the hoodlums. Mine came like a week late, so I had already saw all the videos of people telling you how to do it without scratching his chest. So I got lucky, but the very, very first people who got that hoodlum were scratching their chest up.
bad.
Maybe save this for a Fans Toys history discussion one day though.
Yeah.
for sure. All right.
But this is one of the only KOs I ever purposely bought was the KO of this one because I already had the hoodlum and I just wanted to see which was better transformation wise.
Did anyone buy the Target Master version of this?
No.
Nope.
No.
Nah,
I had
I
it.
got
Target
hooked.
Master was okay.
Hoodlum came with the target.
Both of them
Mhm.
did. Yeah. All right. Also around this time, they were starting to do like little in between ones. So here's a Ramjet, which people were hoping that they were going to update the Seeker mold with this one, but they didn't really do that. They altered it a little bit, but it still didn't have ankles, still didn't have a waist, and I think it still probably had the chest problem. Again, not one of their better ones. And
This one also came with a few of them. This mold had knee issues when it first dropped, and you had the contact. And BBTS was actually the ones that actually caught it and they sent out a notification to everyone that's saying they got this, and they're having knee complications. If you purchased it from them, hit them back up, and they'll get that straightened out for you, because they were getting this was basically recall. It was the first time in history I ever heard of an MP figure being recalled for whatever reason.
There were knee issues
And
with this one?
there was knee issue. There was a
Yeah.
knee. There was a knee. There was something with the knee.
Jeremy B says
And
shoulders,
they-
not knees.
Was it?
Yeah,
No, I thought it was knee. No, it was knees.
I don't remember the knees, but I remember the shoulders, and I remember TF Source had held their stuff, and they were reassembling. They would open the box and reassemble the shoulders, so it was supposed to be correct when you actually got it in the mail.
Oh.
I could
something
have
like
sworn
that.
it was a knee. I gotta find it. I'm gonna go back to that. email.
Scott says the knees was a Rodimus problem.
I remember Rodimus having the knees.
Oh yeah,
yeah, well,
Rodimus
yeah.
Prime used to just shatter.
I was gonna say, wasn't that the one that exploded?
MP09 was the worst MP, but like I said, that's before any of this. But again, good looking alt mode. All of the cone heads had great looking alt modes. The robot modes left a lot to be desired.
Mm-hmm.
But the jets are still cool. I have all these, the 3 cone heads and the 3 seekers from the MP11 mold. The bots were trash. The all modes were great. I loved how the bombs are like a fake cover, a faux cover, and you just put over the null
Yeah.
rays. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, this definitely needed an upgrade though. They didn't. The MP11 mold at this point was just trash. It was old. We needed more. They didn't give it to us.
Yeah.
What's the next one? MP Lavender Wave.
Man, I got the lavender one. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I got
I had
this one
Fanboys
too.
one, so I didn't get this one.
I
Yeah.
love this one.
No, I
got
got the one that's a lighter color than this. I got the lavender wave one.
Gordon,
I
what do you
had-
like about this?
What do I like about it?
Yeah, tell me what you
I
like
don't know.
about it.
Kind of everything. Like the only complaint I would have are the toes, but it doesn't really bother me.
It was a
I
fun
like that
transformation.
He looks good.
because
Yeah.
like there's no real sacrifices to like the product integrity to get a desired look. It just does the job. It does the gun. It does the robot. If little toes are the worst of that, okay, I can handle that. That's
Yeah.
I feel like this is as perfect as the MP could be.
Yeah. This one, Cloudburst, the Cloudburst one, and the Fans Toys one, Fans Toys first one.
This
But I
one
did
also,
like this one. It was fun.
this one also had a masterpiece moment, in my opinion, where they had that lever where the gun just folded into his back. You didn't have to take that piece off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good touch, I think. I liked this at the time. One thing that really bugged me about this one was the eye. They used that what do they call that gimmick?
Oh, light piping.
Light piping,
Yeah.
which you don't do that to an MP. Paint the eye. Come on.
Yeah,
That's poor planning.
like either light up or paint it.
I
Light
thought it was.
piping it doesn't work.
I thought the engineering, like you were talking about the MP moment, was how they do that transformation. So his gun arm would light
Right.
up, but during the transformation, that gun arm became part of the barrel for the actual gun itself, and that,
Yeah.
that light up feature still. That's smart thinking, pre-planning all that stuff out to work in both modes and stuff.
Sure.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's that, and I love that about the original figure.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely tune accurate. But I had this, loved it at the time, but I've moved on to Quake Wave, an older figure. I loved how that looked better than this, in my opinion.
Yep.
Just I knew it
It's a
was,
lot
but it
beefier.
had more. A lot
Yeah,
beefier.
yeah, not beefier. Yeah.
I never messed with that Quake Wave.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of 2 Vans toys that I never owned before I got out.
That was the very first Fans Toys figure I purchased.
It was that and
Yeah.
Willis were the
Mhm.
only 2 I never bought. Or that, Willis, and Lupus. So there was 3 Fans toys I never bought. My bad.
Yeah, not a bad figure, but could use some improvement. Here's
God.
EE Prime's favorite
Yeah.
era.
Mm-hmm.
See, I thought this one was a great figure. It felt good. No QC. It just looked great. I know the 8 mode isn't perfect, doesn't cover everything. The transformation was quite simple. I know Beast Wars isn't for everyone, but I thought this was a step up from their previous releases.
Simple transformation for a simple show for simple fans.
Yeah, but I did like how the arm cannon slid in and out of that. I thought that was pretty slick engineering to hide him away in his arm. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a Beast Wars fan at all either. We all know this, but my kids when buying Transformers for them and stuff, they got the mainline versions of these, and my oldest had always told me how he liked the fact that their collection was like their version of my collection.
Mhm.
So since they had these in the mainline ones, I went and bought the MP versions of them just to have. So I still have this one in the box sitting in the living room right now. But it was a
Yeah.
great figure to mess around with for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had a time machine, I would definitely go back and go in on this MP line for the Beast
Hey,
Wars.
talk to your boy. I got him right out here in the box.
Hey, me too.
I'll
It's
holler
already
at you.
packed up. Yes, sir.
I'll holler
I
at
got
you.
this- I got this in Black
Dinobot.
Arachnia.
Dinobot.
I might have Dinobot. I have Black Arachnia, this, and I think one other
Because
one.
Dinobot to me was the best one out of. Oh, well, and I'm sure we're gonna get to it, but yeah, I love that Dinobot. But yeah, this Optimus Primal was really it for me. It was definitely a step up from the original.
Yeah, beautiful paint apps. I think the gorilla mode looks great. Like the way they
Mhm.
did the fur. I mean, it's not like real fur, but like they made it look
Yeah,
legit.
and made it look like it.
And I think compared to what we've seen before in this around this time period, this was a step up. I know Beast Wars is not for everyone. That is completely fine, but this was better than what were doing.
Mhm.
Yeah. But again, show's trash.
Show is awesome.
No,
Not-
the story is awesome. The
Alright,
show is
what's
trash.
We're not. What's next? We're not here to debate Beast Wars.
Both the show and the
I was a
story.
big fan of the
awesome.
Inferno
This
modes.
one again,
Me
another
too.
great masterpiece moment figure. Like you could fold that ladder
ladder
up
into
into
his
his
chest.
back.
Yeah, yeah.
None of the other ones did that. The only drawback was you couldn't really extend the ladder back, but the third party couldn't do it. I thought that added a lot to the figure, though.
Yeah.
And of course, you got the sploosh effect. So that was always
That was
Very
a bonus.
Very toony though. Look at the legs.
Yep.
But I still loved this mold. I got these
Yeah.
from Gort actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think
I-
this is like we've been building towards the how they used to look versus now the more tuned stuff. I think this set is the hinge because if you remember, this one came with the chrome fronts, or you could swap them out for the plastic
good point.
show
Right.
accurate ones.
Right.
I think these from this point forward is when you start getting the more all tuned look. Then no more of the old school masterpiece anymore.
right.
Yeah.
But I did like the carrying thing for what's his face. Where
Or
you
Red
go-
Alert.
That was a
Yeah.
that was a good gimmick. That was
I thought
really
it was
weird, fun.
Mhm.
But the paint apps on this were amazing. That the red just it pops up,
It's a pop,
pops up,
yep.
pops out. The joints were amazing on this. Ratchets everywhere. Again, you're getting more tuned, but the quality of this was fantastic in my opinion.
Yeah. This figure right here,
And
I
grapple.
actually got it. I actually got it posed in my display with him carrying Red Alert. And this figure right here, I remember this one because Patience really saved my pockets on this one. I got it actually for cheaper as a result of waiting for it. So yeah, I remember. I definitely remember my purchase of this one. It was pretty cool.
You sure it's
I
not
just
the
got a
KO
message.
you got?
No,
I got the-
I'm absolutely positive.
I just got a message from Pinkerton. You owe him $10 for using a saying.
huh?
Patient saves pockets. You said you owe him $10.
Okay, I trade him for every time he says what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
I literally just sent EE a bill for using it earlier. So.
Can you imagine how much money you'd have if you could do that? Every time somebody said what, they had to pay you.
Brink brings up a good point. People were using the extra face on this to fix that bad 1.0 version of the
Oh, the
figure
Fans
from
Toy
Fans Toys.
Tesla?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I
And as a
remember
matter of-
that.
And as a matter of fact, Brink, you may have mine when I sold you my Tesla. That's just in there. It should be in there too. So check it. Check for it.
This is a good one. I still have both Grapple and Inferno in there.
Yeah, these will
boxed
not
up.
be replaced anytime soon. I love those two figures for sure.
They're not displayed anymore because I am packing up to change out, but I have them still.
Yeah.
What's next?
What's next?
There it is.
Finally,
36.
it took a long time, but here was the long-awaited MP36
Yes.
Masterpiece Megatron. How do you feel about this one?
Absolutely love it.
This is one of my few MPs that I've only ever transformed once, and that's just because I was scared of scratching up all the paint on that
Yeah.
part where you got to like twist
Okay.
around the chest and all that stuff. But man, it was great. I bought the upgrade kits for it with the light up eyes. I got the back covering that fills in the back, and I got the scope on him that has him talking and lights up and stuff like that. Like,
I remember the news for this, or at least like the leaked images, like the
I
leaked
remember
news,
too.
if you would,
Yeah.
came out when we were at TFCon Chicago that year.
Yep. That's
And,
what I
you
got.
know,
So is this
everybody
your
was
number
all
one,
about
EE?
their Despotrons and their, you know, all that kind of shit.
Apollyon.
Apollyon.
Yeah, yeah.
I had this was my replacement for Apollyon because Apollyon was actually my very first MP figure when it first released,
I'm very
and
impressed.
it was a delight because this one was, you know, this one is of course is more tune accurate, but the Apollyon, and I really like this one too because you remember Apollyon came with all those accessories just like this one. And it made it that much more fun for me to actually get them. And I still have my Apollyon. I'm never going to sell that. I'm just never going to sell it. It's one of my. It was one of my first, and it will never part ways.
So Esteban, I don't understand why there was big drama around that orange plug. It literally came right out. You could just pull it out.
So
Yeah, but that's after the fact. When they announced it that it was coming with it, you assume it's going to be glued on, ruin the toy.
But that was
you can't get
but
it
that
off.
was only if you bought from an American site. If you bought
Yeah.
from overseas, it didn't have it at all.
I remember the build up for this. Like every time an MP was about to be announced, is it going to be Megatron? Is it going to be Megatron? And then all the speculation and rumors came out. They'll never release a Megatron. They can't do a gun mode. That'll never be able to be shipped to the United States. Oh, they'll never do a Megatron. And here it finally came out. And again, that orange plug was an issue, but if you had a pair of pliers, it was not an issue after that.
Yep.
Love the figure. I remember people kind of complained it was a little too tune accurate. That waist, they thought the waist was a little high. Granny panties, I think, was the term used. I don't think it's that bad a figure at all. I think it was worth the wait.
Yeah, this Megatron was perfect in every sense.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Oh, this is the Panel Lord.
All right, MP Sunstreaker. This was the beginning of the price increase. This was $120
Yes.
unless you bought it from Amazon Japan. We're not counting that.
This
Right.
this was that first car that jumped up, right?
Yes, it was.
Yep, this was the first one. I remember the controversy. Like, oh, what is like? Oh man, they're starting to charge too much money. But overall, I like it. The car mode. I like how it hides those chrome engines. Remember that was an issue, I think, because Lamborghini requires you to have an accurate mode. Wasn't that a car accurate mode? Wasn't that a thing? Does everyone recall what I'm talking about?
Not sure.
Car accuracy.
Yeah, Lamborghini has this thing where you have to have like it has to be completely accurate to the actual
Oh,
car.
for them to license it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it didn't have, obviously no Lamborghini has those chrome things, so they
Right.
made it optional to hide, which I thought was good, a good compromise. You still had you had the best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Backpack on this thing was huge.
Yeah.
Obviously they had to do the faux roof, otherwise you'd have that ugly. What was that company who did that
Bad
one? Not Bad Cube.
Omnigonic.
Oh,
Omnigonic spin out.
Omnigonic, yeah.
They didn't use that. They used their own, and I thought that was ugly. I think this looks good. This was also kind of introducing some more different articulation. This one had, I think, an ab crunch, maybe. I think it had some butterfly joints.
Yeah, it had those weird joints in the shoulders. You could move them all around and stuff.
Yeah, it was painted to the nines, but people didn't like that price. Brink says it was $139.89. I recall it being $120 for some reason, but $140 could be it.
This is one of the last Takara MPs where I bought all the different variants of it just because I loved the transformation on this thing.
The
Really?
red one in the cop car.
Yep,
Yeah.
I got the Corden and the red one. Yeah,
Oh.
I got them all, and I had so much. I loved how you could have it with or without the chrome manifolds.
Yeah.
I liked how you could had the pop up light feature and all that stuff. Like it was really fun to mess with this one.
Yeah.
Brink says that in addition to the chrome thingies, they had to use a transformation that wouldn't split the hood down the middle. I did not know that.
Who's Roma Collectors typing in the thing? Is that one of you guys?
That's what gotta be Wolfie or
That's
Gord.
not me.
That's
Or
probably,
No, I mean it's gotta be Gord or EE.
that's not me. That's E.
Yeah.
It's either E or Dust. Yeah. Oh, so this was his number one. He was trying to say. I think he was saving for this one was number one. I guess I thought 36 was. Okay.
So, I mean, where does everyone stand on this? Like I said, the articulation was there, the paint was there, but the price went up.
Yeah, look, we've all paid fans toys money for shit at this point, so
Mhm.
this is cheap as hell. It was a total upgrade to all the other Lamborghini
Yeah, but
versions that the
Fans
cars
Toys
were out.
money went up dramatically too. Like this
Yeah.
thing started a trend. Everything went up.
I don't know if
Yeah.
this started the trend.
No, this didn't start the trend.
I'm gonna say it did.
The one
I'm
coming
gonna
up
say-
started the one coming
Yeah.
up started the
That
trend.
one's like, oh, people will pay this shit. They'll
Yeah.
fucking pay anything. Yeah.
Right. This one I love this. I love the chip chase that came with this one versus the actually. Yeah, I did like this one versus the Bad Cube one. I geek out when it comes to some of the accessories for this because with the human characters, when they come with the human characters, I pay pretty much close attention to that because it just gives that much more value to me. But this chip chase was, better designed than the one that Bad Cube had.
Remember, we were talking about masterpiece moments. I thought it was really cool how the windows on the door folded down into the door and then the whole door swung around.
Yeah.
The leg. I thought that was really fucking cool too.
Yeah, bit of a backpack, but I think it was worth it for the
Mm-hmm.
smaller chest. I just think that wouldn't have looked really ugly had they gone the other way.
I think this is the first time a faux chest didn't bother me on a figure. Was on this one.
Mm-hmm. What's the next one? So we do have another Beast Wars figure. We got the Barney MP
Yeah.
Megatron.
Hips. This one had all the hip problems where the whole crotch would fall apart.
I heard that like one or two people I saw had that issue. I didn't have anything with mine. Great looking figure in my opinion. Lots of articulation. Again, Dino mode not perfect. It's kind of like the opposite. I think in Beast Wars they nailed the robot modes, but the beast modes suffer as opposed to the early Carbots where the Carbot modes were perfect, but the robot mode suffered a little bit, if you know what I mean. But great looking figure. Again, I know people don't like the Beast Wars, but purple paint, everything popped on this. I think it's a good one. Anyone
Fucking
buy this?
Mm-hmm.
Am I the only one who bought this?
Yeah, I didn't get this one.
Probably.
The hips were exploding. Like I heard bad things about it.
Yeah, like I said, if I had a time machine, I would have definitely gone in on this line. I mean,
Like they said, remember I was playing catch up because of my kids. I didn't have the time machine to go back and get the good price. There was secondary market already. Plus, I had all those huge issues. I wasn't going for that.
Mm-hmm. I like that it came with that toothbrush though.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this also came with that rubber duck. No, it didn't come. No, this one didn't come with the rubber duck.
No, not this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Moving on. And here it
That
is.
motherfucker right there.
Yep. And that's where it started.
Here is where I think prices again skyrocketed in this one. This was almost $400, or it was.
No, it was $400.
$450.
It was like $450.
Yeah.
400. It was 400 between 400 and 450, depending on what you got it. If you got it from the Japan market,
$450 sounds right.
it was
$449.99. Yep.
Yeah,
Japan, you were getting it for like 300.
for three. Yeah.
And then it had those massive knee problems where people were actually putting out videos on how to fix the knees.
This was again the beginning of in my opinion, the hyper tune accuracy that's been thrown about there. I have this. I don't think it's that bad. I got the Japan price for it.
What happened?
Oh,
We lost E.
we
We
lost.
lost
E.
CE a while ago.
He'll be back. But yeah, there's a pain in the ass to transform. Lots of panels and just. I had to watch videos. This is probably one of the first ones I had to watch videos
I watched
for.
videos too.
I still haven't. This is one of the few that you've shown so far that I still haven't put hands on and messed with. It was this and that.
You will hate your
Dino
life if you even
Megatron.
try.
Transformation was a pain in the ass, but I did like this one, to be honest.
Transformation's
I-
terrible.
I did like the way he looked in bot mode. I really do.
All right, so this one versus MP10. What was everyone got?
MP10.
This one has the looks if you're going for the cartoon, but MP10 is just it's fun. This
MP10
from
was a
a
And you
lot
can
more
just
fun
flip
to
back
mess
and
with.
forth. This
I've heard
thing
this
you got
one's
to
a
sit
nightmare.
there and
Yeah.
This thing was done, one and done.
fuck with.
I still pull down one of my MP10s and flip them every once in a while, and I can still remember how to do it off the top of my head. And
This
no
one
matter how
you
long it's been.
cannot do that with unless you
No,
got a
it
free hour.
So the voice. This one came with the voice. This is one that came with the electronic voice box too.
Japanese, and the Japanese version of it. What is that? do for us here.
No, well, if there's certain sequences where you turn it into the English version.
I
That
thought
you
there
got
was,
to
there was a KO that had the English version.
That's what I thought.
That was Megatron.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
I didn't even bother with Megatron, but for Prime, you had to do a certain thing with the button to, I think you had to hold the button for a certain amount of time, and then it turns into the English. It turns to English, and Peter. I don't think they got. I got. You know what? I should take it out the display. You know what? Fuck it. No. But yeah, it did have that variation. It did have that variation for it. So. But I love this. I love this Prime for displaying, because I only transformed it once. I was not messing around and doing it over and over and over. Nah. This is probably why this Prime right here is probably why I don't transform all my figures, because it's so much, because of all the time that I spent on this particular Prime.
That's when I think this one is where it started.
This one was the first time I ever purchased anything from Amazon Japan. And I was able to get it for like $306 at the time.
That sounds about right.
For $150 discount, I'd shop there too.
I'd take that.
Yeah, I actually got mine and Megatron for $400 from this guy, because he got into it with his wife and he had to sell all his shit, and he
Does it have rubber tires?
sold me.
I think so.
I honestly can't.
Someone
remember.
remind me. I honestly don't remember. 'Cause I don't have it anymore.
Chat
but-
squad, did this have rubber tires? Let me know if you know. Again, I think this one was okay. Definitely the beginning of the Hypertune, but then we get to the next one here.
Oh,
Here we go.
Here's where it all falls apart. This thing was the biggest piece of shit I have ever handled from Takara. I couldn't believe it was a Takara product.
I would say that.
I
It's the feet.
It did
From
not.
the
Hold
waist
on,
up,
hold
it's
on.
good.
This did not feel good. It didn't feel good. The plastic felt crappy. The Autobot logo, it was off center. The feet transformation's ugly. That just didn't feel good.
You hear it
just
creaking
felt
while
so
you're-
junky.
What do you mean the Autobot logo was off center?
His
Look
chest
at it.
logo on mine was off center. Was crooked. And that
Oh,
was a,
oh,
that was
what?
a widespread issue too.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have this one.
Yeah, I never bought it.
I got it.
Maybe the crooked symbol was cartoon accurate.
Maybe it was.
Depends
Probably
on
wasn't a
which
few
cell
episodes.
You're looking at.
You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh,
another
I like this
faceless
Bumblebee.
Spike.
Mm-hmm. No
Another
face.
faceless Spike. They went to
What
the
we got?
Chibi Tune vehicle mode, which I didn't care for.
Yeah.
But you got Spike with a chest ab crunch swivel too, though, in this one.
I'd rather had a face.
Yeah, that's really useful.
I don't remember that figure being any good. I feel like those legs popped off a lot.
I think I heard that too. The ball pegs. Yeah.
This wasn't. Nothing about this was really that great. Again, decent paint, but just it did not feel well. Nice, Logan. All right, so again, if you had to choose between version 1 or version 2 of this, what are you picking?
Version 1.
One.
Too. I still. I mean, the only thing that bothered me was the feet, but the overall look of the figure, the way it displayed, it just looks way better.
I actually rebought version 1 because of this. I was looking forward to this one, and then I got what I got. Just terrible. Sorry.
I agree.
I like how
Uh,
big the fucking box was for this little thing too.
I'm putting up what Brink said again for a second, because the handful of MPs that I kept are mostly the early ones, like the Prowl, the Wheeljack, Sideswipe, and that Bumblebee, that first one. And I have the Magic Square Optimus Prime, the newer one that they did. And that Prime just looks on point. Like, yeah, he's cartoon accurate, but he doesn't look bad next to those guys. But then all the cars look fine together. Like, they all match. I didn't swap any of that stuff out. So, like, I know what you mean, but man, like, if you keep your collection sorted a certain kind of way, like, it just works. And then
Stuff like that never really
there's going to be
bothered me.
characters you're missing, I guess. But, yeah.
So, unfortunately, this was not a one-off. Things did not get better after this. What's the next one?
Oh,
I didn't have the issues that everybody had with this. Mine worked great. I flipped this one back and forth a dozen
I have
times,
Willis.
and Willie Whammo has
Wait.
mine now. It works
this
fine.
one came with a spike.
Yeah,
A big
I
spike.
did not know that. Yeah.
and the ghost version.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. I got Willis, so I didn't go in on this one. So
So if you don't remember, this thing had widespread QC issues.
Yeah.
Things kept breaking. I saw pictures of it. This thing was, I think it looks okay. It junk. Junk,
It was all.
junk,
It was everybody
junk.
always broke the same thing. It was the back panel on the back of his feet right there, and like I said, I
Yeah.
flipped mine back and forth and never had that issue. You just have to know it's there and don't manhandle that shit. It worked
Yeah.
fine. I just transformed it and sent it to Willy Whammo last year. No
Ricky,
issue.
I was lucky like you. Mine did not fall apart, but I still felt like I was holding a time bomb.
Yes, the feet were definitely the feet and legs really felt like they just wanted to break anytime you breathed on them.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Also, another thing about this figure that people hated was the head. If I remember correctly, Jeep also said that you can't mess with the hood. They said if you want us to license this, you cannot mess with the hood. So that's why they had to do the head the way they did.
Yeah,
And sometimes you could get it to stick on the right way. Other times you had a floating head.
I didn't like how it had the pop open head for the goggles or whatever was fucking in there.
I think people broke that a lot too. That clear plastic. But again, Hypertune quality. It just didn't get any better, unfortunately.
Keeps getting.
And I recently bought a Willis.
But I did like, the one thing that
Replace
everybody talks about is like storage. That that canvas canopy, the cover, everything he comes with, all his extra stuff plugs inside the roof liner. So like all his extra faces and the weapons and all that stuff, you could stash it all in there while he was in Jeep mode. I thought that was pretty cool.
I haven't handled this in so long. I forgot I did that.
Yeah.
Jeep mode looks okay, but yeah, getting it.
Yeah.
I would never transform this again ever.
Mhm.
What came
else
next?
you got?
Ah,
The Mama Jamma right there, boy.
Granny top.
what was the big problem with this one, guys?
Granny top.
Do your boobs hang low? Do they wobble to and fro?
And you know what? And that was,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, actually, if you could comparing this one to the Fans Toys one, it was actually more stable. In
I
posability.
never had a problem with my Fans Toys one falling over.
Me either.
I never
Me neither.
I never did either, but that was the whole thing. They were like, yeah, this one is more stable. It should be.
I don't
more
think
stable.
it was. I don't think it was.
I think the only reason why this one might have been considered that is if you look at her feet on this one, they're flat, and on the Fan Toys one, doesn't she have like the heels, like she's wearing heels?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I remember right, she had like the heels.
Yes,
So
Yeah,
this
I-
would,
does. I'm
this would be a
looking at her
little more
now.
stable because it's a flat surface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had this one briefly.
This is-
I thought it was okay. I mean, you think with that huge ass backpack, this thing would fall over. Mine was stable, but that, again, sorry to sound like a perv, but that just bothered me. I didn't think
Yeah.
the Fans Toys has its issues. It's not perfect by any means. I think RC is a hard character to do to begin with, like any
It
other
is.
RC I've ever seen.
Yeah,
You got to take that car and make it look like a feminine robot. I mean, that's hard. I think anyone would have difficulty doing that.
Yeah,
I think
the
they did best they
engineering
could with this.
engineering for RC is just all the way difficult, and it's
Yeah.
all the way hard.
But
it's
I
never
think
going to be perfect.
Fans Toys nailed the look of both. It
Yeah.
was just trying to get between the two was just a nightmare on Fans Toys for this one.
Yeah.
I never had this. I never had the Takara one.
I still give it to MMC for RC. I think it looks good in both modes, and it doesn't suck to
Azalea was
transform,
MMC?
and it articulates well. It came with accessories, like it's good.
That one was Azalea, right, Court?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I ever messed with that one.
What came after this?
Let's see.
There you go.
Never
And
messed
then
with it.
we finally get our 2.0 Seeker body in.
I think
Starling.
Are we going in order, or are we going in the number order, or
Number.
we missed?
I
one?
was out.
Don't
Oh,
worry
we
about it.
haven't done everything.
We missed a bunch, Derek.
Oh, okay.
We're
We're not
okay.
doing like all every
this is
single one.
this is MP52, and we've only talked about 10 bots.
There you go. Okay, so then
I was
it's
already
not just
out
me.
for
Okay.
this, so
Mm-hmm.
So this
Yeah.
mode, they fixed a lot of stuff, like I think aesthetically, but then it's got all new kind of problems. But
Yep.
the most interesting one, the feet, it's
Mhm.
on a pin joint.
Yep.
Like your weight support system is on a shitty pin joint. I don't think I need to explain like why that's a problem, and it is. It is.
I
a
could
big problem.
not get it to stand.
And the number one thing I always say about any of these action figures, like not just Transformers, everything. I don't care how much articulation it has. I don't care if it has, you know, I don't care what it does. If the feet suck, the figure sucks because then it can't
Yeah.
stand. It doesn't do its one job. Is stand on a shelf.
Hmm.
Agreed.
This figure was too tuned for me, and I thought it was too short. I know it's probably some extreme cartoon accuracy. I don't care. I didn't like it.
This is
I-
too
I sold it
expensive.
immediately.
I
This
love the
one was
jet mode though.
expensive. It was over 250.
That's
And
another
I was just
problem.
like, yo,
High
nah.
price.
And then at the same time, Deformation Space that came out during this time. And I was like, yeah, I'm going Deformation Space. Yeah, $100. You know, it looks better. And the colors were different. Because the colors are more accurate on this one. Granted, but at that same time, nah. If I'm saving money, I just go with the Deformation Space and still be happy with it. So.
This alt mode is gorgeous though. For
Mhm.
I'll give it that much. Other than that, not for me.
And,
Yeah.
Well, the
to
original
answer-
alt mode was pretty good too.
To answer Brian's question, it's the same head height as the Shockwave MP. So
Yeah,
it's a
Brink, I
little
think-
shorter.
I think it's on par with what it's supposed to be. Just I didn't care for it.
It's
I think it's a-
Sunbow chart accurate, but
Yeah.
you know,
I
it
think it's
doesn't mean it looks right.
what do they call that, Gort? Like it's like a trick of the eye is making him look short because of how his thighs look so short in this. Like he has a big, huge torso and little tiny thighs.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Yeah.
not perspective. Like it's making him look short from force perspective.
All
Like
right.
in this picture, anyways, it makes him look short and stubby.
What do we got for the next one? So this right here was a very interesting one for me. First off, this was the last official Takara MP I had purchased. This felt like a return to the old days, though.
That's not the Takara, is it?
Yes,
Isn't
it
that
is.
Yeah,
the
that's
other
the Takara
skids I had.
That is
No,
definitely the
this-
Takara.
Skids that you have is the Vacuum one.
No.
But
Oh,
anyway,
you don't have the Vacuum one?
Sorry,
You got this
Wolf.
one?
Sorry, Wolf.
no, that's
You
all
do
right.
have this one?
There was no
No.
back. He was X Transbots.
I mean, yeah, X Trans.
X
Damn,
Trans,
I'm tripping. Yeah, it's X Trans.
Sorry, Wolf. Go ahead.
No, you're all right. You're all right. But again, this felt like a return to the old school. And I'm talking like, look at you got the license card, you got the symbol, the Hyundai symbol.
Yeah.
It wasn't tune accurate. His arms in the tune look really stupid. They're all like below his torso. They had a really weird ass design. They didn't follow the tune accuracy. The
He looked
vehicle
so
mode was
retarded
good.
in the cartoon. They knew they had to go back and do it the right way.
Yeah, this felt like they did it back then, but for some reason they put it on the shelf and didn't release it until now. That's how that felt to me.
Okay.
It felt good. It moved good. It didn't feel. The quality was good. It again, like my last one, I felt it was a good one. One to go out on. It was a good one to go out on. Did anyone else buy this one, or did you keep your X Transbots?
I had the XTV one.
Yeah, I had the XTB one too. I mean, was this one better? I mean, I never handled this one. I never handled this one, so I
the
wonder which one was
XTV had
actually better.
They had the
The
little
scooter?
collapsible scooter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he actually held his weapons, whereas this one just plugs on his fucking forearms.
Right.
So, I know the X Transbots had an arm issue with some. Like I think the ratchet in the one arm wasn't very strong at all. Or didn't exist. I know that had a couple issues, but like I said, nothing felt bad about this. This felt so good, and I was hoping it was going to be returned to form, but unfortunately, it was not. It was like I think the last hurrah, at least for me.
So now you strictly collect 3P masterpiece stuff.
That's as of right now. That's where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these next few, we can blow through them real quick if you don't, because we're kind of getting short on time. We had
Yeah.
Trailbreaker again, Hypertune. I have no experience handling any of these things. If anyone does, speak up. Tell me how it feels.
I have the Pay On or whatever that one was.
Yeah, that's the one for
PAEN.
me.
That's the one I
Pain.
have. I mean, I have that one and the hoist version of him.
Yeah. I had the back. I had the no, I'm sorry. I had the MMC one.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which one it was I had.
yeah, because they had an
It must have
MMC
been
one
MMC.
and Bagcube had one too.
I don't think I've ever owned any Bagcube stuff, so it must have been the MMC
Yeah.
one I had.
Yeah.
What else? What came after this? then we had the Jetfire.
And that's when I came back to MP. I mean, came back to Karatomi.
Phoenix is still better.
Phoenix is still better though.
Same.
But I like the accessories for this one. Again,
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for when they come out with the minifigures or human characters or anything like that.
I
So
do like the minifigs.
yeah, this set was actually pretty cool.
But I don't like how they did the stubby, wide-chested Skyfire. Like, I'm not a fan of that design.
Yeah.
I like it more streamlined, not that V-shaped body. I'm not a fan of that.
So this one was more tune accurate than the Phoenix one, but the Phoenix one presents itself better for me. So
That's why I went with it. It
yeah,
didn't look tuned. I still know who it is, and it's an impressive figure.
mm-hmm.
What came after this? Oh, this I
Yeah.
just saw this one on Figure Banging.
Mm.
Now look, let's be fair. The design for this was dumpy anyway, like the dumb cartoon. And this is kind of where I wish they wouldn't do cartoon accuracy because this just looks stupid.
Well, this is what Skids could have looked like, you know?
It could have looked like this. This had no waist swivel. Just it. Bleh. Sorry,
Yeah.
not for me.
The Fan Stories version of this one just went on sale on Show Z.
I think any other 3P option looks better than this. They didn't
Yeah,
because they gave it a waist. They gave it. I mean, you knew who it was. You knew who it was with the addition. It didn't need to look like this.
yeah.
What's next? Anything else?
The inspiration for the entire thing.
So yes, the inspiration for this entire show. Let's bring it up.
Oh my God.
MP Train Bots. First off, I want to shout out Mr. Bobby Skullface who allowed us to use these pictures. You're already subscribed to his channel. Like, I don't even have to tell you to go.
If you don't, go do it.
Go do it. Subscribe to the Patreon. Anyway, this was the first Takara combiner, and they shit the bed. And I don't have this. Did anyone handle this?
And the fact that they had the balls to call it a masterpiece is fucking crazy to me.
Right.
This is shorter than I think the Constructicons they did not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched the video for this.
It's rough.
It's rough. It just nothing looks good. It's super tuned, I guess. I mean, you put this next to the
Does it
Zeta?
not have ankle rockers?
Moon
Is it
Studios-
super tuned though?
no. You know what? No.
Look too messy to be tuned
So
at all.
hold on. I stand corrected. This was the one they really focused on the actual trains for,
Yeah.
and everything else suffered for it.
Yeah. Everything else was just tacked on at the ass end just to call it
Yeah,
Transformer.
I mean,
Yeah.
keep going. I mean, look at that.
I had flashbacks. I thought he was going to do the wall crawler thing like he did with that Minosaur. I thought he was
Yeah.
going to
The wall,
chip it out
this.
a wall.
Not with something that's not his though.
I mean, he probably would have paid the guy. He's like, here's your money. Throw this at a wall.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
it was bad. That Moon Studios one, and again, I like we said earlier, I have no connection to the Japanese stuff, but I 1000% have that Moon Studios rating over there because it was just it was another Autobot combiner to try to balance out my shelves some, and it looked great. And let me tell you, it is a great set. That is donkey shit.
so, oh God, I mean, again, this is just. I'm not telling.
It was Wolfie. I'm telling Bobby right now.
But this is where unfortunately masterpieces. We were all looking forward to see what could they do with the combiner. What could they do with the combiner? And they had none of that old school Takara magic. I mean, if you're a train enthusiast and you're gonna keep this thing train mode, I think it's gonna be for you. But the bot modes were terrible. Again, the combined mode is shorter than a chug combiner. Like, what the fuck is that?
And Logan brought up a good point. The overall price on that was like $300 more than the Zeta version.
Yeah.
And it's like
It
the
doesn't
size of, like the Zeta's thighs. It's crazy.
It does not hold a candle to the Moon Studios. I mean,
Scott, do the right thing and display it in the flying train mode when you get
Or
it.
do the right thing and put it in train mode wrapped around your Christmas tree every year.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Flying train.
but I mean, this is our journey. This is like we started at MP10. We started high, stayed high for a little while. We just kept going down, and here we are. And I mean, this just doesn't. It does not. Nothing about this makes me want to get back into the car. Nothing.
Nope.
I know they advertise the Power Master Prime.
The new one, yeah.
I love that toy, but I don't want to go in on this. It's like it's a $500 set if I'm not mistaken. Like,
How
what?
much is the X Transbots or whatever it is?
I don't know.
I
think
didn't
it's
even
around
like the
4.
Xbox one.
I think it's around 4, but it's terrible. Like, what would I don't even know what to say to this. Like, what would give you confidence to buy that? Is anyone buying that in here?
Buying what?
The
Power Master.
the official Power Master Prime they're putting out.
I'm still trying to make a decision on that one. I just don't know. Would it even be worth it? At this point, with all the other offerings that they've had out. I don't know.
At this point, for me, Takara is kind of like X Transbots. I mean, you don't know what you're going to get anymore, and they have that
I wouldn't
reputation.
even give them that much credit.
Yep.
No,
I would say literally Takara is probably bottom rung in masterpiece scale figures right now.
and that's sad because they used to be the top tier.
You get people like who's the one doing the what's his face right now? Like literally has never made or under their title or whatever has never made a transformer before ever, and they're coming out great, like alt modes, great transformations, great quality, and this is fucking Takara's actual fucking thing that they created.
Yep.
It's crazy.
They lost the plot, man. I mean, I used to trade out third party for Takara. I did. And I'm not trading out my Fans Toys hoist for that. I'm not trading out my Skyfire for that Skyfire. It's just I don't even want to buy the KFC, but I think I would buy the KFC Power Master Prime before I buy the official. That's just where we're at right now.
Scott's last comment.
Scott, you are out forever.
Yeah, you're never owning another masterpiece again. Sell all your
sell
stuff.
it all, Scott. Fire sale. Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy to me how far what are they the Olympus has fallen. Like it's crazy how far they've fallen off the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Like to be the one that everybody chased to just now just dog shit.
Again, yeah, they used to be the leaders, man.
Mm-hmm. It's sad.
What's up?
If you were still into Masterpiece, right? Would you still be a Masterpiece fan after everything we've just seen the last few figures?
No, I mean, even when I was in, it seemed I was always gravitating more towards Fans Toys anyway at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I would never purchase Willis or Skid. Well, I might have purchased Skids because no one Fans Toys hadn't done one yet. But if Fans Toys had done it, I wasn't buying anything Takara did, except for the primes. At that point.
Have you watched online and seen like videos and stuff on the train bots that Takara did? You had any thoughts on those?
No, I had no interest in the train bots to begin with, so I haven't paid any attention. Even if I was selling Masterpiece, that was an error I would have delved into. So
Gotcha.
I've heard the complaints though.
Yeah.
We showed some pictures while you were away.
That's why I was trying to get your opinion on it. Yeah.
Quick question.
What?
Top 3 MPs. Takara, all time.
Ricky,
Only Takara?
Top 3, Ricky. Go ahead.
Top 3 Takara only, yes.
Okay. In order, one down, it's Soundwave, MP10, MP36. So that's it.
Wolf.
MP10, Soundwave, and man, number three. You know what? I'm copying you, Megatron.
You're good.
Derek.
Prime Megatron and Soundwave.
Which prime?
MP44.
Oh, okay.
Gort.
Shockwave, Megatron, and Sideswipe.
Nice.
That's an interesting list.
And I will definitely I'll actually give Skyfire an honorable mention.
We don't do honorable mentions. What's your top 3?
Sunshrieker, MP10, Soundwave.
So it was you in the chat. We were trying to figure out who said.
Yeah, that was me.
Number 1. Yeah. Okay.
I said it was them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about that Sunshrieker, but I really, really, really enjoyed that one.
I thought it was good. One of the last few figures they put out, for sure. Can Takara come back? Will you think Takara will come back, or is it just over? At
Not
this
in
point,
my
is it over?
collection. Not in my collection. Don't matter what they do at this point.
There's nothing else they can come back with at this point,
If
unless
they bring me out a
Sure,
better
this-
sound wave, I might buy one to put in my sound wave display.
I mean, there's plenty for them to do. They just need to refocus.
They could do Masterpiece Unicron trilogy, just what everyone's always wanted.
Yeah, I
Well, they
mean,
definitely got to finish the Beast Wars line. So
finish
I was, yeah.
They haven't finished the Dinobots, bro.
Mhm.
They gave you one.
And that wasn't even in scale.
It wasn't even in scale.
Speaking of short boss, that thing, yeah.
And the only reason why I still have mine is because I
Fans
got that.
fixed it.
Well, I got. I'm talking about the Takara one.
I know.
Greg Berger signed that one for me,
Oh.
the box for it. That's the only reason why I still have it.
I was talking about the Takara one too. Fans Toys fixed it. They gave you those booty lifts to make them taller. Came with the grinder.
Man, I like that figure, but God, it just needed to be bigger.
It needed to
would've
be
been
bigger.
perfect.
And where's the rest of the team?
Right.
What's the rumor? Japan hates dinosaurs. Is what I heard on TFW back in the day.
Oh, hey, I mean, don't do
They
it.
just
Like,
put out
you
the
know.
Dinobots in the main line. How do they hate?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I used to hear back on the
Oh,
boards.
You know what? Never mind. That's
that's
probably
mainline
a-
US.
That's
That's
probably a
mainline.
Godzilla joke.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, the latest movie was actually pretty cool.
The one with Kong with the power glove. I'll wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this point in my collection, I have too many third party. There's nothing they could even do. I think that I would even consider.
Can you imagine how hard they would have to work to catch up to the quality and build and
Well,
transformation of third
You
party?
say
out
that.
of
What if
nowhere?
they did Predaking?
Yeah, you have no other option. You'd have to buy it. But what if they did Predaking in the scale they just did that Trainbot shit? I'm not buying
Oh,
that.
hell no.
That's chug scale.
They lost me on the combiners. I would have to see that thing completed and reviewed, and someone would have to make a glowing review for me to even consider that.
But you're saying, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, even if no third party did that figure set, I wouldn't buy it to car at this point. I'll
You
leave
said-
that hole. I'm not buying shit.
You said you
So
didn't
you're
watch.
done.
You said you didn't.
Your hands are washed with Takara completely.
Right now, yeah, until I start seeing like improvements, but again, I've got so
Consistent
many
improvement.
third party figures. I mean, how slow they move these days. Like what do I need?
Yeah.
What do I
You
need them to
said-
do?
You said
That's
you haven't.
that's another thing with Takara. They move very slow.
Yep.
You haven't
very, very
watched
slow.
any of the
Yeah,
videos.
if it weren't for third party, you wouldn't have anything complete. No season 1, no season 2. Like where's our Jazz? Where's Mirage?
Well, think about it. Takara started it all, and they're only at what MP 56. So that means they put out 56 MP figures in 12, 13 years. I mean,
Well,
shit.
I mean, they
Oh.
don't forget the
All the
So-
Seekers are on 11,
yeah.
or
So
soon to be 52.
yeah. Things
They're
like
saying that this Power Master Prime is going to be. I know the official number for the Prime is 60, but they're saying it's their 100th MP. But that's only because they've been doing the Diaclone,
the Diaclone, the repaint,
Diaclone stuff,
bullshit.
repaints of this, repaints of that.
Now, you said you haven't been watching any videos on that Takara MPG train bots because you don't give a shit about them. I'm not 100% sure. Wolfie, I know you watched it. You might remember in Bobby's video, I think he size comparisoned it to the Combiner Wars Devastator, and it's shorter than that.
That's what I said earlier. It said it's shorter than a chug.
Right.
A chug.
And that's a
combiner.
masterpiece, and it's shorter than that. So
It's
if they did
not- yeah,
a
I
Predaking at that, if they did a Predaking like that, who would want that shit?
Well,
we
again,
probably
like,
would as legend collectors. We probably would because it would probably look good in a legend set, but not as a masterpiece.
well, just remember, they're not catering to a third party scale. They cater to their own scale. Whether it makes sense to any of us or not, they're not trying to complement any other company but their own. So they're
that's some
just
Todd
you know,
McFarlane bullshit right there.
it is what it is. I get it, and I don't. Why should I help people, other companies that are stealing my IP, complete their collections? You know, I kind of get that in a bit. But yeah, no, like,
But they're not
I
making
mean,
the shit that other companies are making.
that's why these third-party companies have been able to stay in business so long
Mhm.
and have gotten so popular because Takara, at the time, yeah, maybe Takara might have been making better stuff, but they still weren't making the characters that people needed.
No, they weren't. Definitely started getting more 2.0s. I'm still surprised we haven't gotten a 2.0 Soundwave.
I don't want them to
Oh,
make it
God.
because then I have to buy it.
You know, I know this is funny, but you know, if let's say Takara made Grimlock in the right scale, and then came out with all 5 Dinobots, what would that have done for fan toys? Would people, you know?
Probably not much because if modern nowadays the car is going to make the tune accurate versions of
But
those.
I'm talking
Dinobots.
about at the time. At
Oh,
the
you're talking about
time.
back then.
At the time, if they would have made all 5 fairly quickly and done it right,
Back then, yes,
it might, you know,
those
I
would have
think
sold.
Fans Toys might have been in trouble. Yeah.
you know, it's something to think about.
I think so.
But
All right, real quick, one last question: Hypertune, yes or no?
I'm a tune guy.
Hypertune?
I'm a tune guy.
I'm a. It doesn't matter to me as long as it looks cool and it's fun to transform.
All right, you're Hypertune. Gort, you still there, bud? No. Derek.
It helps to be close to tune for me. So
Okay.
because that's how I want my displays.
It didn't bother me at first, but as we've gone on, I would prefer the old school mix. I know even the third party are doing the Hypertune now, but at this point, I would prefer a return to the old days. Again, I recently bought that Quake Wave. I know it's not Hypertune. You still know who it is, though, right? If I put that figure in front of you, you'd be like, "Oh, that's a nice Shockwave." You wouldn't be like, "What the hell's this?" You know.
I know it's ironic, but if they would do like tune accurate, so it's like the right colors and stuff like that, and the right shapes and stuff like that, but then put panel lining in it, I would be a lot happier with that, just because it would look cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely need some more panel lining. I would prefer that. I don't need that much, but give me something, man. Just break up that blockiness.
Yeah. Blocks on blocks on blocks,
All right.
baby.
All right, well, we've gone an hour 47. I think it's a good time to wrap up. Once again, thanks, Bobby Skullface, for letting me use your pictures. Good
Appreciate
chat
you,
tonight,
boss man.
guys. Good chat tonight, guys. Real quick, make sure of course you tune into our friends on Monday night ETR, Shelf Gravy and or Figure Bang, and every other Wednesday. Do you even transform, bro? And what right out of the box whenever Dust feels like doing it? Of course, your buddy's here every other Friday, and maybe we'll do another Joe thing soon. Hopefully, we'll see.
That'd be fun.
So let's go around, do some where you at, Ricky. Where can we find you, bud?
You can find me here every other Friday. You can find me on the Book of Faces and just kind of hanging out.
EE.
Yeah, same. You can find me here every other Friday, Facebook, Hangouts, usual.
There will be.
Tonight.
I think there will be
Yeah,
an
there'll be a hangout
unbroadcasted hangout. Look for the link in the group in a minute. Gort, where can we find you?
You can find me waiting patiently on my couch to watch my favorite show, The Bad Batch.
Nice.
Cuddled up
With
with your
Pooh?
Pooh Bear. God damn it, you beat me to it, Wolfie. I was trying to get there.
There.
Cuddled up with Pooh.
Derek.
You can find your boy Derek B on your Book of Faces. You can find me on Instagram as Derek What B. You can find me here every other Friday for the Realmhattan Project. You can also find me on our pop-up shows. Do you even transform, bro? Right at the box. You can probably find me tomorrow at the grocery store if I get some groceries. You could probably find me Sunday sitting on my couch playing Xbox. And on Monday, this Monday, your boy will be on ETR.
So I can skip this one.
What a flex.
Shut up, Ricky. Ricky, you better be on time for the show. I'm just saying.
Tune in for that one.
Ricky,
Depends
if
on
you're not
the-
on time for the show, then you really don't like me.
Well, you better prepare to cry yourself to sleep then.
Say it with me now. Really?